No!
Thinnest flathead. No, I'm giving you actual advice. Get your thinnest flathead screwdriver.
Oh shit! That was not the good idea. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Xanda. I was trying to figure out how to format this video, so that I just decided to press record and just kind of freeball it, because who cares about all the preparation that goes into it as long as it's an interesting video. This video is going to be about This video is going to be about Mega Man. One of my favorite game franchises out there. I recently, if you've been watching my streams, FYI, I stream every Thursday on this channel. I actually did a live build of the most recent Kotobukiya Megaman EXE kit. Yeah, I fucked this up, so I don't know how I'm going to separate this without fucking this whole thing over.
Use your teeth.
Stop.
Okay, actually though,
no!
Thinnest flathead. No, I'm giving you actual advice. Get your thinnest flathead screwdriver.
Oh shit! That was not the good idea. Okay, well.
Well.
There go all the parts.
Let's see. Where is it? I have wanted these kits for a while now. They've been doing Megaman EXE kits for a while. I really like Megaman EXE, but I already have the Megaman EXE D-Arts, and I was waiting patiently with bated breath for them to do something out of the norm, like Zero and stuff like that, which they do have a Zero one. I just haven't bought that one yet. EXE, though, always do it for him. And if they do a Star Force one, I'm definitely there, too. With that being said, I built it. I built it live on stream. I have this and the Dark Mega Man variant. They're both very nice kits, or at least this is a nice kit. The other one's a recolor, so I'm assuming it's just as well, or just as nice. And I just want to do a video, just a quick video, about this kit, like the experience I had trying to build it.
He's like, I need to cool it down. I'll get it some water. Unless you know, like, you don't raise a kid who thinks like that without knowing you raised a kid who thinks like that.
Hey man, it was a simple thought process. I probably would have thought the same thing too.
I act on the same idea. If I take food out of like the microwave or some shit.
And just some kind of quick just thoughts on where the franchise is going and just stuff like that. I've missed this franchise. I love talking about it, but I never get time to talk about it on the channel here. Although, let me segue into just some Digimon news, because I know you guys are here for that usually. The Vital Brace app is closing down on the 25th, or at least it looks like, well, not the 25th. Sorry, the new app is coming out on the 25th. The old app is closing down sometime next year in March. Now, there was data mined, so we don't know if that's 100% true yet, but we were talking about that on Monspiracy. Check out Azure's channel. Me, her, and Trax were all talking about how with the new app being compatible with everything, doesn't really make sense for the old apps to be up and running still, because there hasn't been a new raid, and they closed down that version's PvP. So kind of sad to hear, so keep that in mind. If you do have any Digimon on the old app, you're gonna have to move it over to the new app, and right now it seems like the only way to do that is doing it one by one. Very sad. But let's get into the Mega Man stuff. I love this guy. Okay, I love him. He is so gorgeous. I love the use of color separation on this kit. I know that Kotobukiya is very, very famous with doing their kits in this fashion, and I absolutely adore it. I know for a fact if this was a Bandai kit, the shoulders would have been stickers, the legs would have been stickers. Like, this would not be as well, separated as it is here, and it looks all just so gorgeous. The green, or this color here, I really thought it was like too light, but putting it together with this color and the way that it is set up, it adds this shading to it almost that makes it the perfect shade of color that it needs to be. Just the helmet alone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces almost. I mean, double up this pieces on this side, and then this middle piece. It's all different pieces, and it's so cool. While building this, we did have a little mishap. I did lose a piece of the arm.
Thinnest flathead screwdriver.
Oh shit! That was not the good idea. I believe I did that. What the fuck?
You did it, dude.
Nice going, Zan. But as you can see, I have a whole arm here now, so thankfully we were able to, I was able to find it. There's this running gag that Derek has, that I should show my floor, and he's seen my floor. It's pretty bad. It's worse now. So he was like, oh, you guys show your floor to help you out, and I was like, no, I would rather die and thankfully I did find it this morning. Building this thing was really fun. I definitely would say that if you're not well versed in model kit building, I would definitely not start with this. This is a pretty advanced kit. I would definitely practice on some like SD kits because those are pretty easy to make and also very cheap. So if you mess anything up, it won't be too bad. And I also highly recommend some like Gundam like high grade kits to kind of get you kind of like started with this. Then this one red fucking point. This is an entirely separate fucking piece. This tiny red dot. Look at my nail and look at the dot. Jesus Christ. Even with like my, you know, current skill level and ability, there are some nubs here. I did mess up on the Mega Buster in some spots. There's some scuffs and whatnot that should not be there. Like almost, she looks all chewed up. It's battle damage, whatever. Sadly, but you know, it is what it is, and it is mine. So you know, it's fine. I will say, boy, is damn boy caked the fuck up. My God, that ass. I don't know why they gave him such a pronounced booty, but they did. Look at that mega ass. My God, this boy caked up. Jesus. So what I liked to do, what I really wanted to do as well, not just talk about, you know, the building process of this and talk about how much fun it was to build. It really was. Also keep in mind, I just want to make this be known. The side pucks on his ears with the logo and the logo on the chest and the area around this yellow, I did panel line before putting it together. Also the shoulder, sorry. I panel lined all those, but most specifically these pucks and everything. I panel lined those first, then inserted them so that they could get more of a definition going on. Because if I just would have put it in and then panel lined it around, it wouldn't have gotten the right effect, in my opinion at least. So that's something I did just to make it pop a bit more, and I do like it a lot more the way I have it here. I wouldn't have liked it any other way personally. I think this is definitely the way to go. So keep in mind, if you do get this kit, you may, well, really, you're gonna need to panel line it because there's no stickers for the chest logo and the side head pucks. There's no sticker for that or anything like that. So you are expected to panel line that if you want that detail to be there. If not, it's just gonna be a clear, or not clear, but it's just gonna be a flat red logo, no detailing at all. The shoulders as well, you might want to panel line that line right there just to get that definition, because that is usually there in the show. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to, but that is something that is up there. Thankfully, there's actually no stickers in this kit at all. No stickers. I absolutely love that. You know, Bandai's pretty notorious for their overuse of stickers, especially more recently, excuse me. This doesn't have any stickers like that. Everything that's like needs to be colored is colored, whether through part separation, or sorry, color separation with parts, or it just doesn't need them. Everything is here and accounted for. There's no missing detail in this mold at all, which is amazing, and it's really solid. I haven't built any of his accessories yet, other than the Mega Buster, because I was missing an arm. I think I'm gonna save those for the next time we stream. I think we'll just build all the accessories and stuff. I think that'll be a fun thing to do on stream. So if you are watching this and you like this kit and you want to see more of it, definitely recommend checking out the stream that we're gonna be doing next week, because there's a lot of accessories with this one specifically. There's a giant sonic boom. This isn't really anything you have to really build. This is just something I had to cut out. There's a giant sonic boom. There is a cyber sword. It's green though, should be blue, but that's fine. There's the cyber sword. There is also a cannon that comes with this kit specifically.
Yeah, PSO2 was on some shit. I used to play that game all the time.
Cut myself. Wait, it's official. We have drawn blood. I stabbed the fuck out of myself. Hopefully I don't,
It's a sacrifice for the completion of the model. Now you'll be able to find the piece again.
Sacrifice.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It's not like horrible, but it was pretty fucking deep, and I'm very nervous about the area that was in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just compare this to some of the other Mega Man Battle Network figures that I have, because I actually have a couple, and I just bought some classic ones, and I wanted to show that off as well. I felt like this would be a really cool video to show all of these different generations, these different iterations of this character and of this mold and how they did things differently. Okay, so we'll check that out. Here is Rock, Mega, Hub, Saito, whatever you want to call him. Very nice, again, very nice figure. I really like this. The only thing I have an issue with is these shoulders. They pop out really easily, as you can see. They do move up about yay high, but it's just a little too much. You know, I can't move that over. This is a little too bright. Sorry about that. Yeah. So the only problem with this figure that can be fixed, just a little bit of super glue around the ball joint should do that, or a little bit of super glue around the socket. I don't know if I'm gonna do that immediately. I might just deal. I do like the fact that his bend here is kind of hidden, so you have a really nice bend, and it's pretty much like hidden. It does look a little janky from the side there, but overall, can't really complain. This is really good articulation. Sadly, not the only, but one of the like Battle Network figures I don't own is the Sentinel one. I never got around to buying that one. I think if I do, I'll probably get the Saito style, since this is like the normal Mega Man. And I don't know, they'll probably do Saito style for this as well. I don't see why not. You got to get as much money out of this mold as you can, and you know, I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't. Again, backpack, really nice. I was pretty surprised that this piece does not just pop in. It pops in first, then that back piece, and then these two are also separate pieces. Again, looks really good. The hair also looks really good. Very nice definition there. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces just on the helmet part of the head, not counting the eyes and the face mask here. Now, I haven't tried swapping the faces yet. I have the other faces, but I haven't like tried swapping them around and everything yet. I was just so worried about just getting this done last night. That's when I filmed this way stream, by the way. I was so worried about getting that done last night. Oops, that I did not want to spend too much time, because it had already been like a 5-hour stream at that point. I wanted to get something to show for. Still pieces of Mega Man all over here. But yes, the articulation, in my opinion, is on par with like a Figma or a Figuart. Even down to the fact that his knees do drop. Shit, that happens a lot. Don't worry about that. His hips somehow, I don't know how, but they do drop down. I don't know how that works. It's kind of creepy that it works like that, because the way that the hips are built is that you just have these two pieces that like sandwich together. It's very weird. It's very strange. And the knees are nice too. There's like almost triple bend, honestly. Like, look how much it folds back. There's a bend here, and then also bend there. Actually, no, it's not triple. That's just two. It's double jointed. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't really review figures like that, so I don't really know how to like express this into words. Really nice. I do like this figure quite a bit. Well, it's not a figure, it's a model. I love this quite a bit. I made it. That's the coolest part about model kits, is like you get to pose these little figures that you put together yourself. Love it. So we're gonna go and compare him to one of the originals. So this is one of the first, actually no, I think this is legitimately the first Mega Man Battle Network / really EXE figure that came out. This is back in 20 years ago now. My god. This is pre Battle Network 3, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe this probably is Battle Network 3, because at that point they started doing a lot of merchandising. So his Mega Buster, as you can already definitely see, is the wrong shape. I don't know what's going on with this bulbous kind of shape they got going on there. I don't know why they did that, but they did. That's how they did it. Articulation here is actually very similar to this one, where this bends inward like that, and it looks really goofy when you kind of do it like that, but it helps you get him into really good poses too. He's also very posable as well, and he can kind of pull off some poses that I don't think this one can do, because like I don't think he can fucking put his arm in like that, in that way, because he doesn't really have a bend here in any way. It's just a swivel there and that there. There's not really the ability to kind of put his arm in that kind of motion. The shoulders are another interesting part of this mold, is that instead of just being one piece like this, and usually how it is shown in a lot of figures nowadays, this one it's like a shoulder pauldron and then this piece here. So it's actually a two-piece shoulder, and it looks a little weird. He also has his mask on. I don't think this one came with any alternate heads, and all this is all painted to get that effect. His hair is a bit more blue, That is something about this one. His hair is jet black on this one. This is like more like a raven hair kind of color. And thankfully, this one's joints aren't too bad. These figures are notorious for their joints just completely breaking down, and then you have to like replace them. Thankfully, someone does sell replacement parts. I have to, if I find his storefront, I will leave it in the description down below. Now, I will say, I like the fact that he has an uppercut. I like when figures have that. That one doesn't have that. It's a little bit of a bummer. Does affect articulation, but it's still, again, well articulated. And again, this one is well articulated, but I mean, look at how he looks compared to this one. This one's obviously way more on model. It's way more accurate compared to this, where this is more focused on just being a very posable action figure. If you're wondering for reference what this figure is the Rockin' Action Rockman EXE figure. This is the normal Rockman. He comes with his buster, the cannon, and paladin sword, surprisingly, which is really cool. And then we have this little guy. So this is the, I think this was called the 66 Action, because these are about 66 millimeters tall or something like that, right? Or centimeters tall. I'm not good with the metric system, but I think that's why he's called that. This figure, I love him. He's a cute little guy. I mean, look at him. He's adorable. So this is, again, obviously, Rockman. And he is, let's put it a little closer because this is a small little boy. There we go. Wow, I didn't realize how bad the quality is on my ultra wide, so I'm going to apologize for that quality drop earlier in the video. This actually looks like 4K quality video. Anyway, this is the Rockin' Action Mega Man. As you can see, he's very tiny. His butt also very tiny. I don't know why. Again, this one's so caked up. Like, what is that? Like, what is going on there? Who designed this figure? Who made the mold? They're like, he needs to have the dumpiest of booties. So he's got the line going down here. That's all painted very nicely. He's got the backpack is missing the red there. That's completely fine. I mean, look how damn tiny this thing is. Thankfully, this is fully painted. His chest is fully painted. So is his other puck, all fully painted. His shoulder is very interesting on this one, where this piece, come on, focus. This piece right here is like a cut so that you can get some more articulation in there. Now, the blue squares on his feet and hands are not colored in for some strange reason. I don't know why. I mean, again, it's tiny. Probably couldn't like do that. He does have like a waist joint. The other one didn't have a waist joint. This one has a waist joint. Got pretty nice articulation overall. I think this is, if you want like a Mega Man figure and don't want to break the bank, these are still pretty cheap to get if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong, because these are pretty nice. He does have a bit of a trouble standing, so it does come with a little stand for him. And he also comes with a cyber sword. He doesn't come with any other accessories. He has two hands, the buster, and the cyber sword. All he comes with, but that's really all you really need for Mega Man. Cannon is a nice option, but really his Mega Buster and the sword is what he uses the most in the anime, and what he uses most, or what you use most in the games in like the very early game. This is a nice figure as well. I like this figure a lot. This is a nice kind of, this is a nice interpretation of the character. Very on model, and again, very poseable for how tiny it is. I mean, compared to the actual figure here, he is extremely small, but he's, look how well he adapted all these details that are here on this larger model. Again, it's only missing these blue squares. Other than that, everything else is pretty much accounted for. And the model, and it, again, not as expensive. You got the red dot in the buster, and you also have, there's another detail on here that I wanted to mention, but it's not coming to me. His hair is also like jet black instead of like that raven kind of like bluish hair. Yeah, very nice figure. I do like it a lot. He pretty much has everything there. He's missing, he doesn't have the mask on. It just comes with this head, and it's just the head without the mask, which is fine. Really, he only wears the mask like in the games. Like usually when he's shown off in the anime and stuff like that, he usually has no mask. It's only when he's in battle really that he wears the mask. Okay, so I just recently bought this. I'm just gonna show off this one because this is really like the main course here. This is the main reason we're making this video, and that is this little guy. So we have, this is the American Mega Man EXE figures. I never got this version. I did get the cross fusion version of Mega Man, but not like the normal regular version. So he has the red there, the paint there, and on the legs as well. This one is I don't know if this is from like age or something, but like he's having a hard time standing. His legs seem, I think they're supposed to be further apart like that, but they're kind of like together more, because he's Oh, you can stand. Okay, that's good. I feel like this might be a little too narrow. And these figures, while they look good, they look really, really good, just like kind of standing there, they have like no articulation. Like even for the time, this is pretty... Actually, no, not really. For American toys at this time, this isn't horrible, I guess. No, this is pretty standard for your average action figure at the time. I mean, bending the elbows and bending the knees, that was about as much play as we were getting out of this guy. And so what you can do with these, this is the cool gimmick about these, were that you could pop the arms out. I mean, you can do that with the other one too. Don't get me wrong, that one does it too. But you pop the arms out and you can pop in different accessories. So we have his Mega Buster, which is fucking enormous in this version for some reason. Like, look how big that is. That's goofy. That is goofy. It's absolutely goofy. Again, compared to this one, I mean, that's hilarious. That's so enormous. And just in general, like, you can see the difference here in his facial expression. His eyes are a bit different. They're not as like big, and like they should be a little bit more spaced out. This one doesn't have the mask on. This one obviously does. But yeah, I mean, this was pretty much the Mega Man Battle Network I remember. You know, the Megaman EXE that I recall, because I had these figures growing up. I still have them actually. I'll do a video if you guys. If this is giving you a big nostalgia trip, I will be showing off my collection of these in another video, including the new ones I just got. Because I have quite the collection of some Mega Man figures, and funny enough, they're actually in a Digimon lunchbox. Just so you guys know, I've always been an OG. But yeah, so the arms pop in and out. You can, and the cool thing is, a lot of these ports are like pretty much universal. Now, a couple of mine that I have, some of the pegs are a bit bigger, so they did space them out so they don't fit on some of the other ones. Because I used to swap them around all the time. But yeah, you can swap them out so that you can have like the swords. So this is wide sword, obviously. Very nice. And this is the color like the sword should be, really. This is the color I think of, like this kind of like cyan. This one is accurate. It's like that color right there. It's like a cyan kind of green, like 90s Gunpla green comparison to this little guy. And then we'll compare him to like his contemporary, because I think both these figures came out around the same time. So as you can see, he's a lot bigger than this little guy, but this one is way more articulated. This one isn't. This one you can change out the hands, you can change out the arms. This one you just change out the arms for different weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, no, like the articulation is just like night and day between these two. But this one looks a lot more on model, which I know that's why a lot of people like these figures more than the Japanese ones. Although this is just the early one. I only have the ones from the Battle Network 3 era. There are figures from the Battle Network 4 and 5 and 6 era that look really nice, and they're actually pretty on model too. They're very well done. However, they are... the Battle Network 6 ones are extremely rare and expensive. The 4 ones, I rarely see. The ones from 5 I see more often, but they're still pretty expensive. One day I'd like to get them, but like they're not really on the top of my priority list of things I want to buy. If you're just considering like just Mega Man Battle Network alone. But yeah, these are nice figures, and yeah, I just wanted to just compare all of them again, just because I'm on this little nostalgia trip, because I built this little guy, and I love him. Probably not. But that's it for me. I'm gonna go. I really appreciate you guys for checking out this video. Again, if you like Mega Man Battle Network, let me know. I'll definitely, there's so much stuff I have. I want to do more videos on the PETs and stuff, and I do want to do an update video on my collection of the Mattel figures, because I have a lot now. But that's it for me. My main camera died, so I'm doing my outro right here. Classic Xan hands. But yeah, what did you think about this figure if you have it? What do you think about Mega Man Battle Network in general? I'm very hyped for the upcoming Legacy collection. I'm so excited. But I'll catch you guys when I see you guys. Again, take it easy.